Thank you again for everyone for being here. It has been a long 7 years that I have been in extended reality, and finally I'm speaking to people in VR about XR and multi-user even XR. Great situation that I am. So yeah, that's where we are now. I'm
Hey,
talking about yeah.
Yanni, sorry,
Sure.
just
Yeah.
we're not getting you in the second room right now. Just double check. Is
Okay.
the on air highlighted blue for you? The little radio tower?
Yeah. Sorry, my. Okay, now it's on. Should be on. How, am I on?
Just give us 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
All right, we're still getting nothing in that. Oh, wait, it just showed up in the second room. Sorry about that. You, please continue.
Johnny's good to go.
All right. Sorry about that. I'm just going
The
through
glue
the
that holds
UI.
everything together.
But hey, yeah. At this point, I'm here to speak about the new classroom, inspirational speeches from Alan and Chris before about the education. We all know how it can be in the future, and even today. We are here all. We are in this virtual room, and there are others in other rooms. But usually, until this far, the VR has been quite of an solo experience, and that's something that we are aiming to change. Because then again, teaching and about education, you learn from other people. You learn from other people from the start of your life. So why stop in any point? Why put you inside experience that there are no other people helping you to go around? So that's where we want to be, and that's what we are all about. The UIs, just I need to. All right. The benefits, of course, like the previous speakers told us, we can now delete the distance. Now I'm actually here in Helsinki. At least part of the audience is now in Toronto, in Canada. There's just 10 hours of flight between us, and here we are. We just arrived here, and there are people here in Dubai and from all around the globe, and we can be here together, which is the best thing ever. And again, like Chris said in a previous speech, that there are no physical boundaries that restricts us to do stuff. So the classroom of multi-user VR, it can be anything. It can be a tomb from Egypt. It can be a snowy mountain in Finland. Anything you wish, or even space, like Alan told us about the experience in Apollo space shuttle ship. And what would be the best thing to enjoy any experience with your family, with your friends, and with your classmates? And with the teacher, you can take your students around the world, basically in no time, in seconds you can fly away and be a different place, learn about new cultures, learn about different environments. And that's the main benefits that we are now enjoying in these extended reality experiences. And then the remote classroom. We actually are now piloting with several schools in Finland. We are piloting with Helsinki University Aalto. Maybe someone knows that here in the audience. And we have done few pilots where the lecturer or even the students have came in from different places to the same remote classroom, like you are here listening to me right now, which is just one step further for the idea of having the new classroom anywhere you wish. Different kind of training exercises, simulations, how to do that, how to, for example, learn how to about new engines. You can have a training about devices that are not even existing yet. They might be a model that comes out next year or something like that. So these are the benefits that we can do. And by that said, like previous have said, that the future of education is actually spatial. That we can, why not? Why we would restrict ourselves into 2D just because we don't have to. We have to. We can be. We are able to walk around. We are able to see people. We are able to shake people's hands and meet new people and cultures wherever we wish to go. And the free movement, of course, in the environment, even this non-verbal communication. Some of you are using desktops here, but I'm using a VR, actually Windows mixed reality headset, and I can do some of my body language and bring it to the stage. I really enjoyed Chris Long's performance here. It was, although it's quite little that we can still bring here by means of technology, but still so much more than in any video, just a 2D video screens that we use at the moment. And the presence that we all share here is really focused. There are, at least when we are in a VR headset, we are really focused on this situation, this meeting the next people in here, because there are no phones going on or emails coming in, since we want to be here with you guys and really focus on that. Of course, these usage trends are helping us at the moment to drive forward this technology, since it's everything about less traffic, less energy consumption, helps to save the world and helps to lessen the impact of environmental change that we are going through at the moment. And technology is going forward, like we heard from the previous speakers. Like I said, I had actually been in extended reality and augmented reality, using augmented reality since 2012. Although that seems like a long time, but I know people even in this room that have been using XR technology more than a decade. But as we all know, the hardware is now only just now came up to par that we can actually use this technology. And spatial sound that actually we can have here also in this art space. It helps the conversation, so you can actually hear the people in a direction that they are in. So when we are using other video negotiation tools, the volume and the sound direction of the sound is always the same. It's from the speakers. But now when we are using headphones, we actually can listen to the people talking, and we know where they are. We don't interrupt them so much. And of course, any 3D content that comes into this discussion or the classroom helps a lot in having educational thing like the frogs in this what we had the example from. So Clew, our company is called actually the parent company behind the Clew is called Fake Production, and we have been around for 20 years in VFX and in 3D animation. The Clew is a platform that has been developed for the last 2 years, and now we are ready to go forward. We have had pilots, and I can have to tell you about. So we have a lot of product showcase type of thing for marketing, sales, and that sort of stuff. And then the digital twin idea, for example, in construction area of business, that we are able to go through the whole lifespan of, for example, a building or some sort of more or a product or a product line. We can sort of have the digital twin idea of having the real-time, and you can bring people inside that model to learn how it's running in real life, and even adjust things in that. Remote collaboration. Here's a picture of an AR type of situation where you can be remotely connected to your, in this case, students. But let's focus today on training and education and few use cases about that. We actually have a pilot going on at the moment for the healthcare, which will have a lot of different kind of scenarios, how to, in this case, revive a person who is unconscious and having a stroke, or at least problems with the heartbeat. And in this scenario, we will have the student doing this test or the scenario, and we have either other students or the actual teacher present and helping and being there for them when they need our assistance or hints what to do next and how to do them. And then we have different kind of this kind of lectures like we are more or less having here, and even interactive workshops that you can have your different slideshows and stuff, and then you can interact and bring in, for example, in this case, text annotations. We have tools for that to put on different kind of interactive annotations on these scenarios. And even if we are going through a 3D validation or learning about, for example, any scene that we are doing, we can participate, and students can participate on that. One pilot that we did was for Toyota. This was, of course, for more on event marketing based, but this is now hopefully developing soon into actual training of crews that or repair people who are repairing cars. In this case, of course, this was a rally event that we made, this kind of gamified simulation that the broken car comes in. You have 90 seconds. Yeah. That question in. Unfortunately, I can't hear if someone is questioning. We will take a few questions after just a few more slides. And about education, and like I said, the future classroom can be anywhere. In this case, actually, sorry, this is in Finnish, but there will be a few other things in it. But this was about the historical city of Turku in Finland, that we were able to bring museum goers into the year 1812, and they were able to experience this historical site that actually was destroyed in a great fire about 10 years after that date. So they were able to be there as a group, and the group was from 5 to 10 people, and then there was a guide for them, and they had interactive sections on this part. They were able to interact with with sort of the historical figures in there, and there was a storyline behind this that was actually a they were preparing for a ballroom dance in historical Turku, and they were able to go through that city marketplace. Well, here are some few from a video. It's on our you can find this from for example from our LinkedIn page. Links for this video, you can go through it. It's subtitled in English, but there are really nice experiences from the people who were there, and they were people who were actually there in a virtual reality environment for the first time in their lives. And one thing that we have learned about the multi-user aspect of VR is that when you put people who are not used to be in a VR like we are here, it really helps that there's someone else to speak to, there's someone else who can help you by holding your hand, virtually speaking. Of course, different kind of scenarios regarding in this case a pre-flight checklist going through before, for example, a helicopter can lift up. You can practice with large models and very detailed and interactive models of different kind of devices or vehicles like this one. Like I said, we have multiple tools for cooperation. You can text, you can present, you can write, you can draw, and different kind of tools like in here in this art space too. And you can bring in your own 3D designs, and you can go through them if needed and wished. I think I will skip this video that is running here, and I will leave you with the link for the video. You can find this from our YouTube's page from a Clew collaboration, and please go there because now it's kind of lagging on this presentation. About the Clew platform itself, we can use multiple devices. You can go on and off VR and desktop just by clicking a button. We have quite low bandwidth requirements. Actually, now I'm here with the 4G, and like Alan told you guys, we had a demo in a hotel in New York in a gym using actually mobile 4G bandwidth. We are scalable in a way that the server processes can be dynamic. We can on demand take the server processes, and even a single PC can host simultaneous sessions, really much hundreds of simultaneous sessions. And for the people here who are presenting different kind of VR experiences, we are not we can of course provide the actual content for VR experiences, but we are looking also for partners to use our platform and take them to your own customers. And even the AI development is going forward as we speak, and we can soon have memos and people using AI. Here's just a quick architecture picture of Clew. Here's the user device, and we identify the people coming in, and we give the user device an option to fetch some of the those scenes and the 3D simulations from the database over here. But we can also give this all for the servers of your users by themselves. They can build their own firewalls, their own safety around, and we can open just the door for those who have the access for that. Yeah, we are about 20 years in history, but yeah, last 2 years we have been developing this Clew, and now we are more and more focusing on Clew. And we are secure and scalable multi-device platform for VR users. We have plenty of good pilot customers and at the moment, and we have raised the seed funding, and now we are going, late of this year, we are going to have the A round, and more about that later. But yeah, at the moment I would like to introduce my colleague Kalle. If you can come to the stage with me. Come to the stage. Kalle is here also. We are happy to answer questions at the moment. So Kalle is the guy with the hair, and I'm the other guy.
Hi.
Hey, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for the time. There is at least a question mark here. Can we have questions now? Unfortunately, I can't hear if someone is... Okay. Do we have a question? There's at least a sign of question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since we got you here, if you can hear me. So
yeah.
My question is, you have this amazing platform for shared experiences and shared collaboration. But how would people start to use this?
Thank you for your question. Yeah, we have a license to sell out, so it's license based, and customer buys the license, but the joining for the customer's workspace is free. So the main customer pays for the price.
Would a customer then create their own workspace, or do you have a number of previously made workspaces, or is it something that you can design custom for them, or they can design themselves, or how does that work?
Both. So we have about a dozen different kind of workspace or the scenes that you can be in and have your lectures or workshops done. And of course we can custom make them for you, or if you have existing 3D scenes, you can use them also.
Excellent. So people can use their existing assets. That was kind of the next question that I had was, you mentioned bringing in 3D models into the space and being able to collaborate with them.
Yeah.
What file formats do you accept now?
At the moment, we are Unity based, so anything that sort of works in a Unity works in Clew.
Great. And what if somebody's looking to get into this and they want to start building their internal teams to be able to really manage this internally? What type of skill sets would they look for in an employee? Would they look for somebody with Unity experience, or what would they look for if they were to have somebody on their team that would be managing this collaboration platform for them?
The managing of the platform itself is kind of basic computer knowledge. You just open up accounts and handle them. Give authorization for different people who you want to come in. So it's not as open sort of like this one is. You have to give the keys, sort of virtual keys for the actual meeting.
So you're not going to require a giant tech team to run this platform, is what you're saying?
No, at all.
Awesome. Are there any
We
other questions here?
also had a question on site from Lethbridge asking if it does video games as well.
At the moment, we are not supporting video games inside the Clew. If that was the question.
I think the question is, can I bring my PS4 visuals into Glue and watch it on a giant screen while other people are there with me? Can we bring real-time video from other sources in?
Yeah, we will. We are actually now having a release in the end of May that has the desk sharing more or less like this one, so you can have shared experience of movies, games, whatever.
Fantastic. Well, awesome. Thank you very much, Jani and Kalle. Are there any other questions, Kalis, in Lethbridge? Any other questions here? Anybody? Yes, sure. What's that? Question. Great question. Yeah, we have a really great question. I think I know the answer, but I'm going to let you answer this, Jani. The question was, is this a truly cross-platform platform or product where some people can be on VR, some people can be in AR, some people can be on desktop, mobile? What are the limitations?
Yeah, at the moment we are supporting PC, Mac on desktop, and then any VR that actually is now working in VR, and iOS mobile platform. So actually iPads and iPhones from iPhone 7,
Okay.
whatever has
Great.
the AR kit on it. Yeah.
So basically support for AR kit.
Yeah, but we are now, it's not yet in Apple Store, but again, our release for that is coming in a month.
All right, and then what is your, I guess your goals or long-term plans? How can the people here listening around the world, how can they help you bring this to education? What would be one thing that everybody here can do to help you guys?
Well, we are really looking for a few more pilot projects in school and education areas. Actually, we just today, actually from our LinkedIn, we were able to announce that we are now working with one of the big business-to-business teaching company in Finland called Sovelta. So they are opening up courses in VR, in XR that uses Clew.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yourself in kind of money. So hopefully we can see you there in the future.
Awesome. I'm not going to recognize you. I'm going to be looking for that bald guy with glasses and a big beard.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jani and Kalle. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you at AWE. It's Augmented World Expo. For those of you who don't know, Augmented World Expo takes place May 27th to 30th in Santa Clara, California.